In the mountains of what is now Slovenia, there is a cave called Divje Babe. Archaeologists have been excavating it since 1977. In 1995, Ivan Turk found something in the sediment that would divide the academic world for 30 years. Cave bear femur with 4 holes in it arranged in a pattern that has no natural explanation. It is 11 centimeters long. Cave bear femur. 4 holes. The holes are round and smooth-edged, which does not happen when an animal gnaws or punctures a bone. The spacing of the holes corresponds to a diatonic scale, the same scale underlying virtually all Western music. The Divje Babe flute is the oldest known musical instrument on Earth, and it was almost certainly made by a Neanderthal. Someone made this. We can argue about the who and the how, and scientists do, but someone made this deliberate choice to take a bone, to make holes in it at precise intervals, and to create an instrument capable of producing controlled, intentional sound. In the middle of the Ice Age, in a cave, after a day of hunting and survival, this person chose to make music. Researchers have reconstructed what the Divje Babe flute might have sounded like. The notes it can produce are plaintive, haunting, something between a bird call and a human voice. Imagine hearing that sound for the first time. Imagine being the person who made it. You hold a piece of bone to your lips, you push air through it, and the bone sings back at you. The others listen. We know from the neurological research that music affects the human brain in very specific ways. It triggers the same reward pathways as food and sex. It synchronizes heartbeats in groups. It reduces cortisol. Music is not decoration. Music is a survival technology. And whoever first understood that was, in every important sense, one of the most important humans who ever lived. There is a detail about Divje Babe cave that researchers find significant. The cave contains an extraordinary number of cave bear skulls and bones, ranged in ways that do not look random. Some researchers believe the cave had ritual significance, that the Neanderthals who live here were not just sheltering, they were doing something that might deserve the word sacred. Outside the cave, it is snowing, the temperature is -20. The Ice Age presses in from every direction. Inside, one individual sits near a fire and makes music from the bones of an animal that could have killed them. This is not the behavior of a creature merely surviving. This is something else, something that does not have a clean scientific name. The neuroscience of music is one of the most fascinating fields in modern research. Music is processed not in one part of the brain but in virtually all of it simultaneously. Motor, emotional, memory, language, social bonding centers all activate at once. No other stimulus does this. Music is a whole brain event. And the fact that Neanderthals made it suggests their brains were far more like ours than anyone once believed. The Divje Babe flute is housed today in the National Museum of Slovenia and Ljubljana. It sits in a glass case. Thousands of people walk past it every year. Most do not stop. Those who do stop and look at it, really look at it, often report something they struggle to describe. A recognition. A sense that something looking back at them through 43,000 years of sediment is not entirely foreign. The holes in the bone are 43,000 years old. The note they produce, if you make a replica and blow through it, is the same note they produced the first time. Music does not fossilize, but the instrument that made it did. Somewhere in a cave in Slovenia, someone blew air through a bare bone and made a sound that mattered enough to them to make carefully, deliberately, and well. That sound is still here.